Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam
Waalaikumsalam
warahmatullahi
warahmatullahi
wabarakatuh.
Right.
wabarakatuh.
First of all, I want to say that glory for our God, glory for our prophets, and I hope that you all guys are in good conditions.
Amen.
Even though I know some of you is now having trouble with your family members, but I hope that everything will get better immediately. All right. So
Amin.
Amen.
most importantly, we are now having a speaker called Haskuchi
All right.
or
Wait,
AK India.
cult?
Count.
Alright. Okay, okay, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Going.
he
He
is
is.
Rendia AK Haskuchi,
Hmm,
and today, he will speak or talk about the categorizing paradoxes, right?
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah,
Basically,
yeah. It sounds interesting, and I think it's the best time for you, Rendia, to start your rounds speaking right
right.
now.
All right. Thank you very much. Uh, I will talk about. Today I want to talk about something that I come across quite a while, but I haven't really got time to talk about this. So basically, I will show you about paradoxes. Now, does both of you ever like do you ever encountered the word paradoxes before,
Yes,
Andra, Adil?
yes.
Yes, it comes a lot when in math, in
Uh,
logic math. Yeah.
what are your first thought about paradoxes? What kind?
Paradox is
What do
a
you think it is?
condition where everything is reversed.
Reverse?
Yeah, like for example, you think you think A will give some beneficial for people. However, in fact, the A reversely will produce some negative
Mm,
effect for the people, like something that is uh,
contrary.
Contradictive.
contradictive. Yes.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's true. I agree with Andra.
I guess that's pretty absence of that's a pretty good definition of paradoxes. There are many types of paradoxes. So paradoxes, first of all, paradoxes is something they are. There are many definitions of paradoxes, of course, but I think the best way to describe it is something they are counterintuitive. You know, something they are different than what you are in mind. Something different that different in your intuition. Sometimes it is because it is logical contradiction. Sometimes it's just a uh, normal normal prank or sorry normal prank normal normal counterintuitive fact something like that. Now I will show you some categorizing some paradox categorization but I will give you some example for it. Yeah, so here we go. Okay. Oh my god, what happened here? Okay, hold on, I'm trying to share screen but uh,
Chill, man. I see.
okay, got it. I think I got it.
Seems like this.
Oh,
Oh, all right.
Right, so yeah, can you see the presentation?
Yes.
All right, good.
oh,
So
it
yeah,
looks like today you are having slides instead of Figma.
yeah, I do have Excalibur.
Board. Like it's like
I have
Oh,
board.
board
yes,
in.
whiteboard.
This
Okay.
is for fun fact. I use MARP to do it. So basically, it is just MARP online, not this one. So basically, you just copy paste code in here, and it will show the presentation. The easiest way.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Hmm.
That's going to be useful if we
Yeah,
are tight on deadline.
yeah, I will tell that. So about paradoxes again, there are many types of paradoxes that I will show you in the next slide. But but what I mean is it's pretty much mind bending sometimes. But let's explore it. Some fascinating paradoxes from different category. The first one is the most the hardest one. It's called logical contradiction. The example is, this is very simple. Like, this statement is false, right? Uh,
Oh yeah, that's
yeah, that's pretty paradoxical situation. Like, if it is true, it must be false. But if it is false, it must be true, right? So, what is a statement, Adil? I know you are a computer science major, right? Before, so I'm gonna ask you for this. What is a statement?
statement is uh you know like an information, and then it holds, I don't
Mm,
know, if we are, bring it in the context of um Indonesia language,
mm,
like sentence,
in,
it has to be a subject, predicate, and
oh,
also the object, right? But statement is, yeah, I think it can be like a sentence, like there is a subject,
mm,
like in this case, subject is statement, and then there is this like either certain character, or like sifat, kata sifat, adjective, like I am big,
ah,
or like this statement is great, or either like activity, this statement is going to be um outdated, like something like that. That's something that kind of hold true or false. Statement is an information that kind of
yeah,
can be hold true or false.
mm,
I think that's like that, like
mm.
information
Yeah.
either.
Okay, okay, continue. Mhm.
Yeah, I think that's what is a statement, I guess.
Well, in mathematical discrete, like in mathematics, a statement is is some is a well, statement is a statement. A statement is a sentence that holds truth value. Uh,
Ah, yeah,
yeah,
truth value.
in
That's
yeah,
right.
in the most simplest way possible. Yeah, that is something that has true value. It's either true or false, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Because yeah, for example, like, today is going yesterday is raining. Uh, you can check if it is true or false. Is it true or not? Like, yesterday isn't raining, so basically the statement of yesterday is raining is false. But if you there are something that are not statements, such as a question, or maybe something that are not objective, such as Adil is sorry, Andra is uh, handsome.
Handsome. Ah,
But I know,
It's bullshit, man.
yeah,
no,
yeah,
no.
but it is like, it's not I mean, it's not
Sorry,
objective,
sorry. Can,
so
can I interrupt your presentations?
yeah,
So,
sure.
can you reply? Can you try? Yeah, yeah.
Mm,
Yeah, statement is what?
thing
That's my question.
Statement is a sentence that can hold truth,
That holds, man.
that holds,
That
all right,
that
hold
holds.
truth value.
I think you should use S in
Yeah,
holds.
that's true, that's true. Sorry for my English friend.
No, just reminding.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, statement is sentence that, in the mathematic context, statement is sentence that can hold truth value.
So the sentence should be true.
E- Either true or
Yeah,
false.
false.
That's a sentence is.
Oh,
This is a major, like a major component in mathematical discrete, and by the implication is in computer science, which is basically in between true or false, zero or one, uh and maybe, and then, yeah, negative and positive, something like that. There are many implication of a statement in the both in theoretical and practical purposes. But I'm gonna ask you this one time: is this a statement, Adil?
Yeah, this is a statement, but this is kind of, yeah, like you said, it it contradicts, because
Mhm.
you cannot be true, it cannot be false either.
Yes, that is
It
true.
doesn't, yeah.
So why do you think this is so if you I'm sorry Andrea, but do you know Adil, like uh do you, if you're trying to prove something in math, usually we use contradiction, right? And
Oh, that's right. Like
yeah.
a proof of contradiction. Yeah,
Mm.
I know
For
that.
example, like if you try to prove if you try to prove uh like prime number, there are infinite prime number, you usually check if a prime number doesn't is an infinite, then you do something like a set of all prime number and add one, and then
Yeah, I
something
know
like that.
that proof, man.
Yeah, and you know
Like,
that proof, right? It's a
yeah,
contradiction.
yeah, it uses contradict.
Yeah,
That,
so basically what happened here, so basically what we do in proof of contradiction is usually we have assumption, right?
yeah, that's right.
And then we must show that assumption is not correct by creating some contradiction in such in the later logical step in logic, basically in logical step. Mm.
Yeah, that's right. Maybe you can write it down, Randia.
Oh yeah, sure, sure, sure. So usually there are there there is proof in we can uh, we can verify a statement using proof. So for Andra, basically what happened is we can verify statement with proof. For example, if yesterday is raining, then we can verify it by checking the uh, checking by eye, maybe checking by the weather, something like that, checking the weather yesterday, something like that. It is a proof basically. But in mathematics, usually we one way to prove some verify a statement, to create a proof is by using a proof by contradiction.
Yeah, that's right.
This proof is it use like something like as create an assumption.
I think I can make a simple example
Okay,
to elaborate proof of contradiction.
sure, sure, go on.
Like, imagine we have these two culprits
Mm-hmm.
in stealing case, right?
Still in case.
So the culprit is A and B. And if you want to use proof of contradiction, let's say we pick B to be the culprit. It turns out when the stealing happens, B is in another city, which means it is impossible for B to steal the stuff. So because B is impossible to steal stuff, then it means A is the
Culprit.
culprit. Yeah,
Ah,
culprit. That's
yeah, yeah.
proof of contradiction, I guess. Like
Mm,
the easiest way to, yeah.
yeah.
So,
So
so in this case, when yesterday is raining, we should assume that yesterday is not raining for the contradictions.
that's true. But you don't have to because you basically can check the weather. Or maybe if you want to go that way, let's say example yesterday is raining. You want to prove is it true or false? Uh, let's say yesterday is not raining, and then you check. Sorry, I think the only way is by checking the weather, but it's not a good example for verifying by proof of contradiction. But the most good example is actually by Adil case. Like for example, if you have uh, someone who steal a case, steal something, and then uh, let's say A is still a case or something like that. You want to prove it yes or no, or maybe you know it's yes. You know it's no, but we don't. Well, we want to prove it. It is no. Uh, hold on. I can. It's hard to. I have
Yeah,
to imagine.
I mean, back again to that A and B case in that
Yeah.
steering case. If we want, we can use like direct proof and proof of contradiction. If proof of contradiction, like I said before, we check B, it turns out B is in another CD, which means B is impossible to steal. So A is the culprit. But if we want to use direct proof, we can just take a look at A. What is he doing? It turns out he is in the place TKP in the
Oh
place
yeah,
in
yeah,
the
yeah. Mm.
and then we take a look at the like fingerprint. Oh, it turns out there's his fingerprint in here in uh, the stuff the stealed stuff. So it means A is
Oh, so
the
so
culprit.
a deal means that there are two ways in order to make sure A is thief.
Yeah, that's
First,
right.
when B turns out in another city, but the stealing still happens, and the second when you need to check it up in the direct condition.
The direct condition. Yes,
That's
that's right.
that's true. Yeah, Adil said it perfectly. If so, yeah, what if yesterday is raining? Checking the weather is kind of the direct proof, right, Adil and
Yeah,
Andra?
that's right.
But proof by contradiction just meant that you want to create an opposite assumption. In Adil case, will be B. So I think B is not stealing. So I try to think that the opposite assumption will be B is stealing. But if B is stealing, and B is actually on the other city, so that is a contradiction because to steal you need to be there, right? You
Yeah,
need to be in the crime scene. So there are create some contradiction there, which is not possible. And then basically means B are not the one who steals.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
something
what
like
I mean.
that. So
That's
it's
right.
A. So it's other person, something like that. That's the pro contradiction. So far, do you get it?
I
Andra?
mean, when I was in the class, I was so confused with proof by contradiction, like
Oh,
literally confused. Like, what is the difference between indirect proof? Yeah, it is
it's hard.
so. Yeah, and then after I literally learned it hard, I finally understand what is proof by contradiction.
Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think it isn't proof it is PROVE, not PROOF, isn't it?
We've heard it by
Wait, no, not that one. That one is correct, but I
one.
think
Which one?
I don't know. Let
It,
me check. I
I
think
think this
I'm
is a
wrong.
good one.
Let me check it. Proof by contradiction. Oh yeah, that's
It
right.
is
I'm
correct.
sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah,
It's fine.
I thought.
So back then to this logical contradiction, which assumption that is false in this statement?
Yeah, this.
It is a contradiction, right? So which one is what makes this is false? Like there must be something, uh, some assumption that is not true, right?
Yeah,
If the
So
assumption, if the statement is true, then we can conclude that the statement is false.
true.
which is contradiction.
Which is contradiction. Why this is a contradiction? That to be. So the question was is why this is a contradiction. So okay,
because
mhm,
because it cannot be both
because it cannot be.
because it doesn't make sense. That's I think the ultimate answer or argument.
Yes, that's true. One way to do it is actually like, the first question might be, is this a statement? The answer is yes. Actually, this is a statement. Yes, we don't know. We don't know it is true or false, but we do know that it can be either true or false. We just don't know it is true or false. I mean, the statement itself uh, can be true, can be false, but we don't. We know it wasn't both true or false, but we know it's either true or false. We just don't know it is true or false. That's the first answer. It is so. This is a statement. So the actual contradiction, sorry, the actual assumption that make this contradiction is uh, the self-referential statement. So in reality, in this world of logic, there cannot be a self-referential rule. Basically, how should I? Yeah, so that's how would I say this? Like in the logic, the bottom rule is actually an axiom, an assumption. I know this is hard to. So basically, what I mean is, you cannot have a rule that describes itself in logic. That's the main assumption. It's actually well documented in Gödel incompleteness theorem. Basically, what it meant is a system cannot demonstrate its own consistency.
Oh, what?
Yeah. So,
So everything should be
mm,
checked by an independent agency.
well, this is actually a big problem. So basically, yeah, no matter how you do it, you cannot. Let me give you an example. So you in so if you have a rule system in math, which is whatever it is, like in logic, maybe if it's true then false. I mean, and then yes or yes and no, this or that. Such system must be such rule cannot demonstrate its own consistency, so it could be false basically. Okay, how shall I say this, like any logical system, like whatever you're thinking, they cannot prove itself that is correct, that it is correct. So
Oh,
yeah, so uh
nobody can literally say that I am correct. Like any
logically,
system, yeah,
in any
I'm
system,
I'm correct. At least in math context,
any
like
man context,
any
yeah.
any statement cannot prove itself that it is correct. Wait, really?
So how
Like
should
1 plus 1 is 2, man.
well, yeah, I mean, how should I say this? Like, one plus one is two is basic. There are some assumption behind one plus one is two. For example, like, the existence of set, right? I mean, there should be a set, which have cardinality one, and then which has a set cardinality one. If you pick both of them and create a new set, it should be there a set cardinality of two, something like that. But those axiom, those assumption, cannot demonstrate that it is true itself by itself. So you cannot,
By itself, by
yeah, by
itself.
itself, yeah. So
Oh, I
uh,
see.
in the same way, such as, so it basically what I mean is you cannot prove that. Yeah, it's kind of deep. It's kind of
So,
heavy
so
topic.
the one that will argue or will
Mhm.
judge that the system is true or not
Yeah,
is based on the user that will use that kind of system, or on how
it is
and
correct.
in what sense you can say that.
Oh, actually, what you said is almost correct. It is correct. So the way that you, so first of all, right now they are differentiate between a formal system and interpretation. So I think what your Andres was want to say is about interpretation. So we have formal system, which is contain rule, logical rule, in math or something like that. Anyway, there are rules in it, and what kind of, so the rule is only syntax, but when we try to make sense of it in this world, we use interpretation of such rule, something like that. But yeah, so we interpret something that makes sense. That's what happens in context of formal system and interpret in its interpretation. But back again, uh, a system to so a system cannot demonstrate its own consistency. So this statement is false, is contradiction because it cannot, because it's self-referential,
Oh,
because it is trying to demonstrate its own consistency, its
oh
own
yeah, yeah.
consistency.
But how about this statement is true, man?
Well, I mean, uh, it's fine. I mean, I mean, it's good. I mean, it doesn't. It what I should say, it doesn't matter because what the reality is, the statement this statement is just cannot demonstrate. It's fine if they are this is it. So let's okay, let's break it down. This statement is true. It can be true. It can be false. I mean, surely it's true, right? Uh, what happens if it's true? Well, it will be fine. What if it is false? Then the statement is false. There are no contradiction there. But it doesn't demonstrate its own
Oh
consistency, Adil.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's just like saying uh,
Human
yesterday.
is exists. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No, no, no. What I mean is something like uh, if today, if I broke, sorry, if today raining, I will use what
Umbrella.
umbrella. Yeah, I will use umbrella. If today raining, I will use umbrella. I will broke umbrella. But if it's not raining, I still can have umbrella, right? So something like that. So it doesn't change the fact that it doesn't change the truth value in there, something like that. So yeah, self-referential statement like this, especially the paradoxical one, is it destroy the assumption of such system can demonstrate its own consistency. It's pretty deep actually. If you go into math,
Uh,
it's a pure math. It's a pure math actually. It's a pure math territory basically. Yeah, this is
So
type one.
it's kind of a branch of mathematics
Yeah, it is a branch of math. It's logical.
without
Mm.
any exact numbers.
True, that
pure
is true.
math
Pure
is
math.
like you just find it beautiful, but for useful, uh, a kind of
Yeah, they
it's
are.
not really useful.
It's not useful in math, in
not
reality,
not
in practical.
not so many at least right now,
Mm.
but it is beautiful and interesting.
Yeah,
It is cool. It is cool. It is just cool.
it's just cool. I mean, it's for fun basically. But
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
but
that's
continue.
right. That's fine.
Oh,
Yeah,
But
yeah.
just for
continuing,
fun reason.
this is only type one basically. Logical contradiction. There are many actually. Before we go to the next one, there are actually many type of this kind of statement. You know, like for example, the easy way is there are two statements. The next statement is true, and the next statement is the something like this. Okay, I'm gonna show you this statement is uh, the next is true, and then the
The
next statement,
previous statement is
yeah,
the previous is false.
is
Oh
false.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there are
That's
many types, many very paradoxes stems from this one, stem from the that one. But but in the boils down to the self-referential system basically.
yeah, yeah. That's right.
Okay, continuing.
Yeah.
Second one is normal impossible question. Can you travel back and prevent your own grandfather from meeting your grandmother? Uh, yeah.
What do you mean?
Wait. So
Imagine.
you be
Mhm.
able to exist if you can make our grandfather doesn't meet didn't meet the grandmother, right?
Yeah, yeah. So the simplest, yeah. So if you have a time travel device and you go back in time and you prevented your grandfather from meeting your grandmother, So your grandfather doesn't met your grandmother, and then would you be still exist or not, right? That's the question. And if you are still exist, why are you still exist? But if you aren't, if you don't exist anymore, then the premise of you getting back in time will be no longer possible since you are didn't exist. So it's kind of it is a paradox.
Yeah, that's why time travel isn't possible, right?
We don't know about that.
Or you go far away to space and then you go back again. Is that time
Hmm.
traveling?
No, I mean, right now it seems impossible, but in reality, this is so in grandfather paradoxes, we don't know what happened. There are paradoxes, of course, but there are many resolution.
Or maybe there is a parallel world
Yeah,
or
maybe they are.
whatever.
Yeah, maybe they are variant parallel world, or uh, maybe
But
they
what
are.
about this using the Einstein's formula? Can you please the
Hmm?
time traveling?
But nothing can go faster than light.
Yeah, yeah, that's the our reality constraint, right? Basically, in our world that anything cannot be faster than light. But back
Oh
again,
yes.
yeah, back to this grandfather paradox. Why this is different than logical contradiction? The question you might ask, maybe the actual reason is because we don't know what happened. Of
Yeah,
course,
that's
if you
right.
of course, if you travel back in time, or when your own grandfather from eating, there should be a paradoxes, of course, but it could be there are so many different answer to it. Maybe we have uh, varied maybe we have a a parallel world, or maybe it's simply impossible to go back in time. There are so many possible answer for this kind of question, yeah, right? I mean, that's why we call this normal impossible question. Another such paradoxes, no, sorry, not paradoxes, another type of normal impossible question is basically what do I have in my hand right now? Do you know, Adil and Andra?
No, of course, because I
No, right?
cannot see it.
What do you,
Uh,
yeah,
you
because you cannot.
are you are holding nothing.
Yeah, I mean, uh, basically, Andra is correct. I have nothing, but in the meantime, we still don't know what happened, what is inside my hand, right? I mean, because we don't have the information. You don't have a way to know what information do I have in my hand, right? In
Yeah,
your
that's
place.
right.
That's why it's called impossible question because you don't have sufficient
You,
information to do it to know what inside my hand. You can only
yeah,
The
yeah,
guess.
question
yeah,
should be in like this.
Mm,
What are you holding now? So you are setting
mm.
uh in yourself do
Yeah,
instead of ours.
so yeah, so basically in this type of paradoxes, this is just a type of question or maybe a type of scenario which you have not sufficient knowledge of what happened in this scenario, literally.
All
uh
right, Randy, you are now having 15 minutes left.
yeah, yeah, I know. But it is interesting, right? I mean, it question your
yeah,
own
yeah. That's
sanity.
right.
Yeah, so you kind of get it, right? Why it is different than type one,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
We don't have any sufficient information to answer the
the
question.
question. That's correct. Type 3, counterintuitive fact.
Oh, I love this Monty Hall problem,
Yeah, I
man.
like this one too. So imagine, okay, I'm gonna use this one. Uh, Imagine you have three door, all right?
But
Uh,
I still don't understand the proof though. But I ever prove it with Python, and it literally the same as the solution. That's really cool. Have you ever proved it, Randia?
it's easy if you. I'm gonna tell you the first version, and then I'm going to tell you the next like the proof of it. Okay, the intuitive fact about this. All right.
Okay, okay.
So imagine you have a door with prices there. All right. I the prices will be in the rhombus shape, and the the not price will be in the circle. All right. Imagine in the game show, you gotta pick one of these, right? The probabilities of you getting the prizes, the prize win, the win prize, is one of third, right? One of third, right? One third, right?
Yeah, one third.
One third. Now, if you, let's say, accidentally pick one of these, the non-win one, we don't know which, we still don't know it is a win one or not, but let's say somewhere the game show knows that you are picking the wrong one, and then he decide to ask you, do you so, and he opens open this, and it show that this is the wrong one, the fail one, not the price. And then so it is an out of question, we know that this one is not the price. Would you want to switch or not the door? So right now you choose this one, right? Sorry, you choose this door, which you still don't know it is true or not, but do you switch the door or not, Andre?
Uh, so there is one price of these two, right?
uh,
Yeah,
what do you
of
think
this two.
what do you think the probability of choosing this one to be the winner or choosing this one as a winner?
50.
50-50.
Yes.
Stupid.
Yeah, that's the intuitive, right? Because there are only two choices, right? Either we don't know which one is the price as a player, but the choice between two doors, it should be 50-50, right? That's a reasonable uh thinking there, but it's actually, this one has a significant, like 66 chance of
Two
uh
third.
two-third of chance of winning rather than this one. Yeah, so that's what happened. Like, okay, so to prove this, let's imagine there are 50 cards. I use card basically, but uh I use 50, like 10 card, I imagine. Okay, now I'm gonna delete this because we don't need this anymore. I'm gonna hide this here. Like, imagine you choose one of these card, only one of this is a winner, right? Let's imagine one of
Yeah,
these cards is a winner.
yeah, yeah.
And then imagine you pick one of them. Let's say this one. All right, I'm going to color this as blue one. And then you open all of other cards except one.
Oh, I see.
Except one, as you open it and it turns out it wasn't the prize winner. It wasn't the card that you win in this blue one.
Yeah, yeah.
Would you switch or not?
Of course, I will switch
Right? I mean,
because I have opened every door and turns out it. Oh yeah, that makes sense, right?
right? If
After
you
I think about it, that
that
makes
makes
sense.
sense, right?
If
The
we
mm,
are the actor,
mhm.
it makes sense. Yeah, if we are the actor, it increases the chance to be 9 per 10.
nine
No, no, no,
percent,
at no,
eight
no, no,
percent.
it's eight at 9 9 9 9 8 and 6
Sorry,
8.
this is 6-8. Yeah. So
Ah, yeah.
basically, yeah, you get it. If you use many cards, you kind of realize, oh yeah, that's how it works. So basically, at first you pick one of eight, right? One of eight. But if other people open all of this card and it turns out it is wrong, all of the chances kind of like go into this one, because this is highly probability is going to be winner, like almost like 6-8 is going to be the winner here.
Is there any like rigorous proof about this Monty Hall problem, Ren?
Well, they are, but yeah, I think there are one, but I don't know the the
Rigorous
exact,
proof.
the rigorous proof itself. But okay, this might be the one that a good intuition how it works. Like, if you choose one, if you stay, you only one third one, but if you switch, you're gonna win twice as much possible. Mm.
Yeah, this is yeah, I ever prove it with Python. I ran to 100 simulation,
Yeah,
and
and
wow,
well,
that's right. It has bigger when you have law of big number. It
that's
it works the way it should be. It as expected. That's
hmm.
really cool. This one is super cool.
Yes, yes, that's true. I mean, it's I kind of, at first I encountered this, I kind of, that can be right. What is it, two-third instead of one-third? But after
Honestly,
I use this logic, like I add more card, it turns out it is true. So Andra, do you get it? Sorry, you've been quiet for some couple while. Hello, Andra,
Andra, you are mute.
you
Yeah, uh,
can you get it?
I
No?
get it a little bit. Yes.
Okay. So I remember doing this with my friend. Like, one of my friend is a magician.
Oh,
Uh,
are you sure about it?
yeah, Tanoso. He tried to, one of my kids called Tanoso.
Yeah.
He tried
Otan.
to
Oh,
show magic card trick, and I counter his magic card trick by using the Monty Hall. So I picked three card. Uh, I kind of give. I sometimes lose, but I show here that every time that this the card, if so I have three cards, right? So yeah, using Monty Hall problem, I trick him into, I know the fact if I choose this one card is going, my possibility of getting that card is higher than him, something like that. uh it's
And
not,
you win.
yeah, and I win basically.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Yeah, using math yeah, basically, but yeah,
Magic, math magic,
mathematics.
math magic,
That is a fun one.
math magic.
Yeah, so this is a counterintuitive fact. It is a fact, it is true. This kind of paradox is not because they are logical contradiction or because you have not sufficient knowledge, uh, insufficient knowledge, but this is just a fact that counterintuitive to your brain, to your intuition, basically. All right, I think, yeah,
Type
I
four.
think this is the last one. It's a math prank.
Oh, I know this one.
Yeah,
Really
imagine
stupid.
infinite chocolate bar, right? Let's about How about this? You see this image of chocolate bar. You can create an infinite chocolate bar by rearranging pieces of it. Can you see what's wrong with it? Adil should know, but I want to ask Andra about this. Andra, are you there?
Yes. Yes.
You
Yes.
think
Yeah. What do
I
you think
mean,
about this? Is it
I'm still watching this animation.
is it is it true? I mean, amazing, right? You can create uh, infinite chocolate this way.
Yeah, I mean, it's legit, right?
It's
what?
legit. So if you,
You mean that the bars
hmm?
are in infinitive?
Yeah, so basically we can take this one and this one and
Yeah,
more.
one. I think because this is repeated, it's kind of really hard to get the idea. Randy, Do you have that literally like over and over? You get one, after that you get one again, after that you get one again.
Oh,
Is there such a animation? It
I
worked
don't
before.
think I have the animation, but okay, I gotta. But it works the animation, but okay.
That literally proved it.
Chocolates.
But I mean, you can see, right? Why? Like you, if you have one this, and then you can rearrange it in such a way, you get one extra bar of chocolate, Andra or Adil, and you can
Yeah,
do it
yeah.
again and again to get more
Yeah,
chocolate.
I'm still thinking about it.
What do you think? It, first of all, I gotta ask this to Andra. What is it in? Will it work in reality, Andra?
Uh, well, so imagine, like, yeah, you have a set of chocolate bars, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no, no, I'm still thinking about it too.
I mean, I would hope so if this is correct because I would love some chocolate. True, right?
It's like Banach-Tarski paradox, Randy.
Yeah, it
You
is one of
can
Tasky
make
paradox.
to oh, so you have Banach-Tarski paradox,
I don't know,
Randy.
but I will try at home.
Ah, no, no, no,
Do you
man, it
want?
won't work,
Okay,
man.
I'm gonna break the magic here. It's actually not true. So what happened is this. It is
Oh, so you
animation.
already have
So
the
you got the animation is a prank because it adds up the missing chocolate as a simple as a straight line. But truth,
oh, so it increases
yeah, it
when it
increases
slide.
in the
Oh yeah,
animation.
after I think about it, yeah, yeah, that's right. It is.
In reality, it will be reduced. The area it reduced is the same as this bar, chocolate area bar.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
That's
why
right.
we don't have self
Extra chocolate.
self as yeah extra we don't have self-sufficient uh chocolate bar here or infinite energy or something like that. Because if this is true, it would be infinite energy basically. But yeah,
Yeah.
this is a math prank basically. Math prank.
Oh my god.
But that's it actually. There are many types of other kind of paradoxes. The Banatharki paradox is actually, like Adil said, is actually not math prank.
Not a paradox, man.
It's
You
actually
can prove it.
hmm?
Yeah, you can prove it, right?
Yeah. It basically it wasn't even paradoxes. It's just some guy. It's actually counterintuitive fact actually rather than
Okay, then I think our time is up.
yeah. I guess that's true.
You already experienced the end of
Phew. I
our
guess I got my time
presentations.
worried. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think that's all that I can show right now. God thank because I am thankful because it is the exact 3 p.m.
Okay.
which is I
So,
time.
uh,
Yeah.
can you please define what paradox is?
Oh sure. Yeah, paradoxes is something that is something that is not exactly is counterintuitive to other people with different reason. Facts that are counterintuitive to people basically.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, I mean, maybe people aren't exactly agree with me, but I think paradox is just that. There are many types of it. Some reason could be exactly logical contradiction, some which is just a prank that people used to have. Yeah, something like that.
So you mean the prank is based on paradox?
Yeah, no, I mean, paradoxes is just a counterintuitive fact, and not in fact, not a factual, counterintuitive thing that could be but counterintuitive by different many reasons like yeah, some which are a real logical contradiction, some which just a prank that people can have, or maybe it's just a counterintuitive fact, or maybe it's just impossible question, something like that.
Okay, okay.
I think that's
Okay,
the my
so
thing.
well, that's pretty awesome to have Randia's speech in almost 60 minutes. And now I can define that paradox is such a counterintuitive fact, and it consists of four types of paradox. The first, contradictive; second, impossible questions; third, counterintuitive; and lastly, math prank. So, I mean, that's it for today's presentations. I hope that we can have better knowledge day by day. And,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay, I
that's it
gotta
for this.
I wanna first of all I wanna apologize for everyone, including the audience, if my explanation isn't sufficient enough. I still gotta learn something, how to talk and how to explain stuff. I mean, yeah. Thank you for listening, for put up with me, Andil, Andra, and
Yeah, I
everyone
mean,
else.
in order
Yeah.
to make presentation easy, uh, I can recommend to use logical, uh,
Step.
no, like the illustrations.
Ah,
Don't you
yeah,
agree
I
with
guess
that?
that's true.
Oh, illustration. Yeah, we are visual creature. We love
Yeah, we
to.
are a visual human being, so that's why.
This
We are not a visual human being, man.
what?
Yeah,
No,
visual, not visual. I think it will be better if we are visual human and a visual creature. Yeah, visual being.
visual creature. Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why the Grand Theft Auto exists.
Ah,
One boy as a game, right? As a
Yes.
game. Okay, okay. I mean, yeah, yeah, sure. Okay. Well,
Yeah, I will close today's presentations, AK podcast. Okay, enough. Uh, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Waalaikumsalam
wabarakatuh.
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.